Hello everybody, my name is Turbo Concept and welcome back to Comic Studio once again. And we're today that we're gonna be trying to scroll down that the last for today's video that we have completely done it in this Venture Comic Studio or this Venture Camp Comic Studio. Because I never heard that the comment says that some sort of a number LORE has just completely deleted as well, according to the sad news. And because of this, why, as the reference, that in the last video that we did here for today for the Total Drama Island Comic Studio, or something we are saying this, or just could be like to say that this Venture Camp Comic Studio was the reference of Total Drama Island reference, because I pretty know itself that isn't going to be going on for this thing as well, so nothing is absolutely going to be completely stolen content or whatever. It's absolutely finally I never been to do this as well, and because of it run from 2 seasons as well. So let's gonna be trying to scroll down very far, as because of the announcements of the arrangements that isn't gonna be actually to do this as well. So according to Syrupy, for the developer of for some sort of comic studio as well. So this isn't gonna be going to making a various comics like anything but it is. So we'll be now able to continue alphabet LORE. So we're not going to be going for anything of those things, as we're going to jump in to Analog Horror School Comic Studio. And because we're going to be going to do this about here as yet for this last video. And because this is actually going for Darkened, as well as we just try to do so, as we're going to be jumping to Analog Horror School, and it's not going to be going for around for just like to enjoy like these things as well. So it could be Five Nights at Freddy's reference as we're going up to the next video, because unfortunately these characters are more scarier than ever, like they're monsters and horrifying jump scares. Nothing is absolutely going to be added for some sort of an update. And what about for some sort of costumes or a custom character? So what about of those things? Or I'm not going to be able to be interested for many all of like these. So the background images were slightly copied as well, and the items that we found was actually really weird. The year is gonna be 1984. This is actually one of the deadliest and scariest thing whatever we never be on to see. But I really listen for that we really don't like. Nothing is actually gonna be going to do so unless we're gonna be added a school bus onto ourselves. But I did not believe it that we're gonna be going for around for its posters, as we cannot believe that the soul of Hitler was actually arising to terrifying for its true good life. But I'm probably sure that isn't gonna be going to do so. So let's first try to add a phone over here, and it's not gonna be going to do this as well. So as you believe you say, as I cannot be expected like this thing as well. It says, stop shooting up my house. So this is not going to be going for around here for this way, but with analogs like these things, this is not going to be going well as possible. Is because of these things is not going to be going for around here. And because it was Bing, I really don't think so, but I just never gonna be heard it from. It was a call from Michael DeSanta, and he says, stop shooting up my house. Wait, I'm just gonna be trying to say the real thing. Stop shooting up my house. and that's what it's really said. It was pretty real, or I'm not gonna be able to do what I was pretty saying like anything before. And I'm not gonna be going to edit for some sort of a hallway, but I realize this isn't gonna be going for around for this thing. And what about this apartment of Michael DeSanta? But I'm not gonna be using for a studio crossover that I'm gonna be told, and I might gonna be headed back to do this, and I'll be waiting for a little bit, a couple of minutes later, when I might going to be finished within for these studio crossovers. So just to be pretended like the Santa reference or the Santa residence like this one, so as well, because in a few minutes later we just completely added for many amount of stuff. But we're about to end of this video for a little bit shortly, but until we got popped out for some any multiple of comics as well, so I realized that we didn't put all the way for itself, so I might gotta be getting rid of this thing as well. So as one, and finally, that could be the end of this video as well. So before we're gonna be end of this video, looks like we're gonna be talking about for all of those 6 for about of these panels or clips around for just that I just never got here from screenshots. So we got a black principal like anything before. There is one murder behind one of these things because Marty realized that she was a murderer because outside of that mansion was some sort of Gramps and Baldy right over here, and there's a vampire Gramps inside this house because including Golden Freddy and this cupcake over here. And because one of these classmates right of those things, I never remembered that I just didn't saw that janitor over here or some sort of a handyman. And for some that for a library that she was talking about for this guy over here, and that realized that Cream Puff Cookie is might able to subject to get the book, and that Melvin didn't actually gonna be facing the wall because he's gonna be staring at you. But anyways, but I really don't think that Espresso Cookie has just looked up to Bubbles that she didn't try to do as well because he didn't want to see her in school, but there's Johnny around here in the background over here. So I completely that we said that could be the end of this video, so I'm probably sure that could be linked in the description down below of this horrifying school or some sort of for an analog horror school from itself. It's gonna be linked in the description down below, and the main website is gonna be linked in the description. Thanks for watching, for all your supports, and that should be it as well. And by the way, and I'll never forget that this is Turbo Concept is signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads probably all later until it's not gonna be next around for 2 days or long ago, or not even to do this, because next time I won't be able to get back here and do myself against even worse.